I think they close at 10. Okay. Not hungry. I bought groceries today. Thank you. I appreciate you asking. It's very considerate. of you. You should eat though. It's good for you. Thank you. Same goes for you. Whatever you need. Thank you for trying. $100 exclamation mark question mark. You're more than welcome to use my facility. Amenities. Oh damn. What'd you get? Okay. Amazing Spider-Man. I'm good. I got my mile-and-a-half walk. Okay. Looking forward to your phone call.
Man, look at that. Like, what number is that? Like, listen. You don't know about the itty bitty pop committee? You know about the itty bitty pop committee right there? Itty bitty TMNT. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Hey, they're about to jump me over a giveaway, yo. Yeah, don't know. You got itty bitty pop committee coming up. It's coming up. Might be after this short box. I want to get some more. Oh, I got some more. Now it's going. Ain't them little ass cups. I need one of them big, one of them big cups. What was that book that was good? Something like that. No. We only find them when they're dead. I'll put it back up there. You need a Stanley. No, I don't know, maybe a Stacy. I don't know about a Stanley. We joke. We joke. I know what a Stanley is. I know what a Stanley is. I know what a Stanley is. But if there's a Stacy out there, what's up? Here we go, right here. Oh, we only find them when they're dead. Number two. We only find them when they're number two. Okay, Marvel number five. Okay, another one, right? Stacy's mom got it going on. Mama can get it too. I'm at that age. I like this top loader this came with. I'm gonna change this top loader. Like somebody was fighting right in the back. Like, you're right. They only got the full part. They got the full part. Like, all that is missing. All of them right there. What you know about that? Hey, not bad for him. Cut it out, Gypsy. Not everybody turns 25 every now and Like, I wish I was 25 too. Cut it out. Cut it out. Yeah, yo. Both fathers got that good pension, man. They got that good pension. Oh, wow. Happy birthday, McKay. In 3 days? Hell no. Far from it. When did you turn like 25, Gypsy? Cut it out. When did you turn like 25?
Not at the moment, but if I get any, I'll make sure I'll list it for you. Nike 97222.
Yeah, I'm a different story. Start getting hip problems. Even though my hips is good. You already said, so what do you want from me? I love, the whole stuff. You don't want to hit. King's Paw number three right there. That's perfect. I like that right there, McKay. Okay, so that's perfection. McKay know how to play in somebody's feelings, yo. McKay be having me smiling. Dr. Afra, number one right there. Side. Yeah. Dr. Afra right there. Big.
Ugh.
These hot books. Gypsy. Choo. Lucille Ferrello. Non-stop Spider-Man. Non-stop Spider-Man. I'm trying to resist. But that dollar start, he's just young. You know, this dollar start, he's different. He tell me he was Max Steel. Uncanny Valley number one. Uncanny Valley number one right there. You know. It's chili meat. If that don't sell for $1, I am reading it. Now I'm reading that. So what's your say? I'm reading that. $5 million. I got distracted by Chibi. I need that blind soldier. Sonya Verso right there, issue two. Sonya Verso, issue two. Dollar stuff, yeah, Sean, it's been a while. They're here now. You don't snatch them up, they going away though. They going right away. My Republic number one right there. And stick around, because I got an itty bitty giveaway coming to you. So if you want to be part of that itty bitty committee, you better stick around. Y'all love that face. X-Men number one right there. Stormbreaker's variant. Stormbreaker's variant right there. I know what you know. Non-stop Spider-Man. Just as long as she did. No, man, what you talking about? Itty bitty pop. Itty bitty pop. Itty bitty pop. Oh, I'm not trying to be Diddy famous. I am not trying to be Diddy famous. Hell no. Taskmaster number five right there. Taskmaster number five. That. If she ain't got a 401, I don't know. That 401k hit different now, you know? If she ain't got a 401k, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Canto number four right there. Canto number four. That is fucking the hood ass. That is collaborative stuff. Man, big. I don't know what playlist I have put on. Oh, yes, I put on that Let's Go song. And then just times from that. Gunslinger Squad right there, number one. Gunslinger Squad number one right there. Oh, you got yours today, say? Nice. Yeah, those pins are dope. That's a statue product right there. Weber Venom race right there, number one. Weber Venom. Yeah. They want to pass it. They want to pass it. Star Wars High Republic right there. They want. Can't do it on camera. Can't do it on camera. You know what I mean? Ugh, that thing's a pit. That's the smoke from the sewers right there. You know that the smoke you can see come magically out the sewers? Black Cat, number 9 right there. Black Cat number. I wouldn't mind getting kicked out of that. Black Cat number 9. Lean on camera. That's right. Yeah, you know. Hey, listen. I don't want to hear what not support. You know that is. Trust me. You don't want to hear enough. Non-stop Spider-Man number 1. They get mad. I bring up that time when somebody was rolling the gun up on the whatnot account. I'm like, yo, but what about that time? They be like, listen, son. You know, that was different. That was back then. They didn't have any control. I don't give a fuck. Got me, yo. They know who I am. They know who I am. I'm telling y'all. They just know who I am. Hey, look. Look at that. With a rain of 72. Bro, cool. What did you show earlier? Fire book. Chat, you want to get some fire books? Boom, cool. Give them a follow. Yeah, love your back. Love your back. And I wasn't really a show before, but actually before I had to start this show, I was a little late because I was in there looking at the books you had up. Yeah, I'm not swiping on that low. Not low. But I know that show was amazing. Oh yeah, Buku got the books that I be wanting. Buku got the books I be wanting. I'll be ready to risk it all. First time right there. Jeez. I got a night watcher coming up. Night watcher coming up. Right there, that dark variant. Night watcher. Where I go for it. You gotta tell you, you know? I gotta tell you. Iron Man number 5 right there. Iron Man number 5. GG. How about that Arthur Adams Strange Academy number 4? Captain Marvel number 10 right there. Captain Marvel number 10. Oh yeah. Okay. Yako, GG. 300. Limited to 300 right there. Silver coin, number one. Who say GG? Canton to the Hollow Man, number one. Canton to the Hollow Man, number one. GG. Dr. Afra, number one right there. I mean, number 11, sorry. Number 11. Dr. Afra, number 11. And only one shit. Magic the Gathering right there, number one. Magic the Gathering, number one version. Magic the Gathering right there, number one version. Conquer, conquer. His face, very proper. Change Academy, number three right there. Change Academy, number three. That's funny that she said conquer. GG. Superman red and blue, number four. Superman red and blue, number four right there. Superman number four right there. Oh, GG, GG. Smash that up. You see it over at four. Smash it up. Non-stop Spider-Man number one right there. Sneaker Logic. Voices Pride number one. Hawkling and Wiccan on that cover. Hawkling and Wiccan on that cover. It's funny because somebody said about the Agatha show, I saw a comment saying Wiccan was mad skinny. Does Wiccan look good? Does he look good to you? You know, he's supposed to be a little flat guy. He's not 90 pounds. Like, when's the last time I know a magician? Harry Potter. Harry Potter ain't no damn bodybuilder. Yo, I was talking, I'm like, yo, what's the next some shit to complain about now? They're like, I see what you do. And let me see what you look like. Let me see what you look like. Yo, let me see what you look like, yo. Now, you gotta leave that shit alone. You gotta make milk and laugh at shit. Wow, yeah, like me. You know, they don't need to be bodybuilders. What magician you know is freaking stacked? Look at Chris Angel. Chris Angel ain't super broad. They always find him when they're dead. Number two right there. You got the big gun. So savage. There's nothing to him. We only find him when they're dead. Number two. Academy, number 18 right there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Fire. For the first time, welcome in the right way. TMNT number 2 right there. Steve-O, running that connecting set. Daredevil 25 right there, Virgin. Icon 2G. Who I got? Scotty Young coming up. Non-stop Spider-Man, Scotty Young, number 1. Derek Q right there. Export, number 2 Virgin. Q number 2. Oh, GG. Smashing that up. Thor number 6. At that first black Infinity Stone right there. Orlando Brown. Oh yeah. You know he be acting sometimes in those interviews. 155. We better know that. Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's a big sleeper book. That is a big sleeper book. I'm telling you, that's that black stone or something.
Yeah, sorry. Good luck on the hunt. The only silver one I have. Yeah, I didn't know that they the others silver. Yeah, no problem. All right, guys, are we ready? Are we ready to start clicking off that wall? We got a lot to run through. Well, good luck to you, John. I'm sorry. I wish I had it. Yes, sir. I'm glad 1 out of 80 of us is right. I'll rely on Geo here. Voice, yeah. There we go. 3 people. I like those offsets. All right, guys. Let me know real quick. What do you want to start with? I picked 4 or 5 books from the wall. They all start at $1. Start calling it out, guys. Small odds. Which one? 208 or 250? Venom, 208. Spidey. Okay, this one's signed by Larson. You can run that. Cat. Let's get one more. X Factor. Okay, cool. There we go. There's 5 wall books. We'll start with those, and then after these, we do, I got some flaps in the corner. I'll show the camera later. We'll pick from that wall in a minute. That's first. We'll get the back stuff. Rainbow. Got the Infinity signature on it. Let me quickly get these ready. Alright, we ready for the dollar start madness? I said we start with New York exclusive. Yeah, I've got, like I said, just the normal trader versions on the, I've got Magneto and Wolverine. Guys, we got Venom 3, foil New York Comic Con exclusive, reprint of the first appearance of Null. Let's do $1.30 on it. How much dollars better than this? You want me to run with a set or run separately? Yeah? Alright, cool. Alright, guys, once again, New York Comic Con exclusive Venom 3, Ryan Stegman's version. Reprints the first Null. beautiful cover here. Unfortunately, it's either my last or second to last one. I did not get too many of these, so hop in there. We are half off right now. Ooh, let's do this one. Alright, losing money on this one. It's going cheap. Living room, congrats on the last giveaway. We'll get the next giveaway going. Got 5 seconds left, guys. What's up, Blue? How's it going? We were at half off a minute ago. Alright. Let's see. We're giveaway number 3 already. Giveaways are drawing quick. Let's go ahead and get the next book going. Alright, next up we got X Factor issue 6. This one does have some wear on it. There's some sticks there. Keep that in mind. There you guys, you can see the light will help show off.
Oh wow, thank you, man.
It's on 30 seconds. It is Edgar. Yeah, no problem. Once again, guys, first apocalypse, hop in there. Start everything. Add $1, of course, besides all the fancy buy it now stuff. We got 15 seconds left to go. Just at $11 for a first apocalypse. Wow. What's happening there? Someone's gonna get this for cheap. I don't know where you're getting first apocalypse for 13 for comic. I have no clue. That was way too long ago. Probably something Slenderman. I don't know. I've got no clue. 3 seconds left. Bad Hat's hopping in there. Just 19. Once again, that first appearance of Apocalypse. How about you, Pep? Do you remember? Alright, 3 seconds left to go. Bad Hat's sniping him. Says he wants it. Next up, we're going to do got a little print spawn. Alright, 2 seconds left. GTM. Ooh, it's a good first book. Alright, guys, we got Spawn 208. This is one Spawn. You get super low print. Hard to flex for. $1.30 on it. No bad hat. Congrats on the silver too. Definitely taking some Spawns. You got some nice ones waiting for you. We'll do 2 more auctions after this, and then we'll try some slabs, and then we get into our sudden death. There you go. Another great first book. Got 10 seconds left. Once again, Spawn 208. Oh, there you go. We got 8 seconds left to go. Yeah, I know I've got a bunch of the Dark Horse Star Wars stuff, so I'm not sure if I have any of the Old Republic. We got 4 seconds left. Subscription, hey, that's wholesome. We got 5 seconds left to go. Alright, Rick's taking it down. Rick, pick up on that. Next up, we got a first signed book of the night. Eric Larson signed ASM 334. Does have a handful of picks on the spine. I got to meet him in New York. Really nice guy. $30 on. Definitely not a common signature. Once again, Eric Larson signed. Hop in there, people. Alright, we got 20 seconds left. Oh yeah, can't go wrong with foil anymore. We got a Captain America coming up next, guys. We got X-Men set and some slabs. Alright, 8 seconds left. Let's say $11 for Eric Larson signed ASF, guys. Seriously. Not a common signature here. This is my second to last time with him now. Unfortunately, did not have much for him to get signed. Somewhere on the wall, Dead Man, stick around and I can run it and look at it. Every couple stacks to go back to the wall. We got 8 seconds left to go. Close top of the mix. $20 right now. Scary. We got 3 seconds left. Alright. Like great pick up on that. Alright. Next up, let's do some Silver Age. We got Captain America 107. 12-cent cap. I love this cover. Colors are still beautiful on that. Some fully attached. Centerfold's good. Staples are all good. Nothing to worry about there. Yeah, it's the next auction, John. Don't worry. Let's just run this cap first. Here we go. We got Captain America 107, guys. $30 on. Take it down. 20 seconds left, guys. Once again, Captain America 107. Early cap. Got 15 seconds left on it. Can you believe it? Just 16. It's insane. Starting off strong with the deals, and we got just 20 seconds left on the next giveaway, hop in there. Alright, we got 8 seconds left to go. And once again, the colors on this are just beautiful. Look at that. Super, super nice. Oh, I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. We got 6 seconds left. Mike's in the lead. See if we can take this one down at just 25. Popping back in there. That giveaway's trying to get the next one going while this auction wraps up. Don't worry, I'm still running the crane here very soon. I'm just going to get through a couple stacks before then. Alright, guys, next giveaway's up. And Mike's taking it down. Fantastic first pickup on that. You're just 15 bucks away from that first bronze tier rewards club, so definitely take advantage. Otherwise, great pickup on that. You're gonna love that book. Alright, guys, as requested, one of you I would first set here. We've got Uncanny X-Men 4. We've got which connects to Wolverine issue 2. And then this may be
Hi.
Hey,
What's up?
everything. I always have so much going on. If you ask me what's up, I'm like, I don't even know. It's too much. I don't want to go into it.
Just trying to
If
be
I said
friendly.
nothing, everything's great. Like I'm chilling at the beach or great. But I don't. I'm always there's too much. I want nothing. So hey, did you eat dinner? Will you tell me about you?
Yeah, I'm not
Let's
hungry. I'm not
give me a
hungry.
break. Will you tell me about your day? If you don't mind, how was your day? If you don't mind, if you ask me, I'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. But not that it was bad. I just don't really do that. As a doctor, you don't talk about your patients, you know?
Yeah.
You leave it at home. So if someone asked me when I would be home from work about my patients, I don't want an answer, right? I don't want to talk about it. It's not bad. It's confidential.
Yeah.
So in this case, it might be rude, but I'm like, hey, how was your day? Like your money or your eating or your friends or agenda or, productivity or whatever people value.
Good. Everything's good, you know. I'm just doing a lot of listings on my live stream. So
For comic books, right? Like,
yeah.
see, if this is a money thing, I kind of forget the bottom line because money just comes when you do the right thing and you work hard. Okay, period. But the bottom line is you're selling comic books. So is that what people are buying? Because you told me, but I don't look at it like that because I don't buy comic books.
I'm just listing them. I'm not making any money. I'm just listing them.
But you're listing comic books just like coins. They're probably rare, or there's collectors or dolls or something. You know.
Yeah.
It's hard to get. So you're listing them, and people that know what they're doing are buying them. And that's how you make a profit.
That's how it works. Yeah.
I'm asking you. Like, to me, I'm asking.
Yeah.
So,
That's.
I don't know it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So right now, if your life changed, it'd be a lot of people buying your comic books.
That would be great if they would just.
And then you wouldn't have to go back to driving.
Yeah. That's usually how it works. Because right now is a really shitty time to drive. It's just people are shitty this time of year.
Why? How are they acting?
Well,
I mean, when I go with people, Josh,
shitty.
and this is why people treat me crazy. They don't want to let me go. I have to get out. I tip them. They've gotten a rad ride. I was on time, and it's like I have to literally detach myself. And these are strangers. But the reason I mention it is because I'm like, I'm not really affectionate with people I don't know. I don't talk about much at all. Maybe I did with you, okay? But I'm not an open book. I go, I'm cool, I keep it really light. Right? These people, I don't know them for Adam. I've had some horrific experiences. Like, if you don't let me pay you for sex, Jasmine, I'm not taking you home.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Like, not only do they want money, they don't want money. They canceled the ride so nobody knows where we're at anymore. Like, wow. Think about it. What am I going to do? We're in the middle of, rural wherever.
rural. You're in a farmland.
If they're taking me to doctor's appointments that are in industrial areas in the middle of like, nowhere, there's no businesses, there's no residences, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doctors and doctors and doctors. Like, let's say you go to Mission Valley and you go up the hill on Rio San Diego. There's only doctors' offices. You can't, like, phone a friend, go to a neighbor, go to a business. For miles and miles, it's nothing but doctors' offices or attorneys or whatever. You get what I mean? You're in the middle of nowhere. You can't do anything. So, whatever the case may be, these people have been super, super nice to me lately. I'm talking crazy nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? And it's because it's not going good there. They want to keep. I don't understand.
Yeah.
People are like being. When you say people are being shitty, what does it mean? They're not tipping, or they don't show up, or what does that mean?
No, they're shitty. There's a lot.
How are
There's
they?
a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit in people's lives that they bring into the rides.
How do they act? Mean?
Well, it's not just how they act. Besides the way they're acting is shitty, but it's also
You're doing them a humongous bend over backwards favor to get them somewhere. And if it's me, I need to go. Okay, if I order a ride, I've got to go everywhere all the time, but especially medically. And maybe you could look it up. This lady told me yesterday, Jonathan, maybe if you do any rides, you want to switch it to the medical situation. She told me, that's what I'm trying to tell you. She told me. She goes, I can see your status. Status what? Today, somebody got ordered, not by me, left, paid by me, but I didn't even order, somebody ordered them because they didn't, it could be anything. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if you take medical rides, I can't be responsible for my ratings because doctors order them at the last second. I'm not available. They're like, hey, we have a driver downstairs. You better be ready. I'm like, hey, I'm in another appointment. But at the end of the day, that part of things, I don't know what it means. They told me it means something to you. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But she said something, and she's like, we're not really supposed to tell you this, like wink, wink.
Okay.
But when you drive certain people, because I'm so special, no, but they have some kind of rating or something, like medical status, and people show up on time, do their job, don't even expect a tip, and then they get double pay. But it's all through Uber and Lyft. It's the same. Like, they don't have to get a new degree or something. But you just pick up medical people. So they're ready. You know what I'm saying? They're going to things that matter.
I had a couple of medical rides today.
What does it mean, though? She told me. And I think as a patient or as a passenger, I should know what the hell that means, what people see about me.
Well,
right?
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I mean, you got a lot to say, but the thing is that if you knew how it goes on the algorithm, I mean, it's like people are like not sympathetic towards Uber drivers right now.
I don't know that,
yeah.
Jonathan. I don't understand. I'm assuming. I have no idea, but I'm also somebody. I'm talking to you about this because I can get 5,000 rides a day. I can go anywhere I want, anywhere. But because I can't trust them to show up, I just said, forget it. I'll pay my own money. Because, you know what I'm saying? But when I did this medical thing and I just put my name in, people show up on time. They're early. They call.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? Have you ever ridden with someone like that? They switched it over recently. It used to be a whole separate situation.
I'm not sure what you're saying. It's like the algorithm is kind of bad right now, and the fares are lower. So.
Right, but she said that there's some kind of medical status that she could see under my name.
Oh yeah, because there's a trip.
Ride worth way more money, and it gave her a better tip. And I was like 99% sure to
we don't get. We don't get. Like 99% no, we don't. No. There's a trip coordinator.
Either lying or it's there.
No. Stop talking.
Go ahead.
There's a trip coordinator that that tells you that you're getting a ride from someone who has a health deficiency of some sort, and so you're supposed to be willing to help them if they need help, like if they need help getting into the car and you need to get their walker for them, or something like that. Then you have to do that if you want them to ride with you. So, but I don't get anything extra for all that work, and the person then doesn't tip you. So I had someone who had cancer, right?
Right.
Which is shitty, right? But I get it. I've had people with cancer before in my car, and yeah, I get it. It's shitty, but this person was just like a shitty person with cancer, and so
Okay.
like it just
Like mean. I just care. That's why I'm cutting
it's
off.
not
Mean
it's
or
not that
what?
it's not that it's mean. It's just that he didn't make me feel like working.
They
So
were just kind of yucky vibe or something.
it's like the way it went was, first off, I'm in North County, so North County is usually not good when it's slow. Like it's just a shitty place to work if you're working in North County if it's slow, because I live far away from it. So, but the guy I picked up, he told me he had cancer. Okay, I'll be respectful. Cancer is really fucked up. But then he started telling me that he was a Lyft driver, he was an Uber driver, he was making all this money, but none of it was making any real sense. So I felt like he was just talking garbage. And then he told me that he had his own business, that he paid guys $300 to drive someone from North County to LAX and back. I was like, okay, well, but then he told me that he hasn't been working this year and he's not going to be working until January. And then he just kept telling me that Uber doesn't pay you shit. And I'm like, you know what? Like, now it's like I have to turn the radio up because I felt like kicking him out of my car. And I know I'm not going to kick a guy with cancer out of my car in the middle of nowhere, because it's just the guy. It's just like, it's just a really bad vibe. Like, it doesn't make you want to work. So I just turned the stereo up, drove him to where he's going, said, "Okay, bye, thank you," and then gave him 3 stars, and then I don't ever see him again. But that's part of it. I mean, I also had another guy. I mean, who, I don't know, was like that, but it wasn't as bad. But this guy that had cancer, it was a long ride. It was like a half-hour ride. So I was talking to him for a half hour, um, and it's just like, it's just not necessary for guys to hustle you like that when there's no money to be made. You know, like these older guys, they hustle you, but there's not money to be made in Uber. So in comic books, when I'm selling comic books, when people try to hustle me with comic books, sky's the limit. So you can hustle me all day long. Eventually, I'll learn something from you. But when it comes to Uber and I get passengers like that, and they try to hustle you like that, it's like it's pointless because there's not money to be made. I asked the guy with cancer, hey, do you want to get some food or something? Treat me to lunch, or like tip me something. And he's like, I ain't got nothing for you, bro. And it's just like we're having this whole conversation for what? Just to work harder for what? I have no problem accepting rides. So, I have no problem accepting rides and giving people rides, but I know when there comes a point there it's just too hard, you know? And when it gets too hard, I'm just not gonna go on the app. Period. I don't cancel or decline rides usually because Uber you'll get penalties or penalized for that. But when it gets too hard and then people are just like sporadic and you're getting all these lulls in the algorithm, it's not worth your time when you could be using your time to set up something that can make you a lot more money. So right now I'm just dealing with the comic books and trying to get them prepped up. So I'm gonna do a show in March, but that's just for a weekend. There's a guy up in Carlsbad that might have a spot available in Carlsbad for me on the weekends, so that's good. And then I got my live stream, so I'm trying to do all this stuff so I can get back to making what I was making in 2023. It's just hard when you don't want to spend, because eventually I'm going to need to buy groceries. I'm going to have all kinds of other kinds of expenses. So I go out and drive so I can have money for that. And so I'm trying to hustle my listings right now so that it could all get set up. When it's all set up, and then I could eventually just get it sold, and then do the claim shows. And the claim shows is when I'm uh, I'm selling these like $2 books, these $1 books, but they sell a lot because they're um, they're cheap, and I get guys buying them up. So so that's what I'm trying to do. Yep. And when that's going well, I'm making 10 to 15 a month. But right now it's just nothing. I made a few $100s yesterday, but I mean it's not gonna be like that every day, you know. But it was like it was just like a sale I did. I made like $300. I was like, okay, I'm good, you know. So today I didn't make anything. I spent about 2.5 hours live streaming today. I made nothing today. I've had a couple of guys ask me, "Hey, do you have this? Do you have that?" But I don't have it, and then there's nothing they're gonna buy because they're particular. They're looking for something particular. But I want a giveaway from someone, which is nice. So
Meaning what?
no, it's just I'm just in somebody
Jonathan,
else. Yeah.
somebody that's not listening isn't going to ask questions. I can be annoying by going, what do you mean by that? Because I
Mm.
don't work in your industry. I have no idea. The closest thing I remember is them wanting me to be like a poison ivy something
I don't
at
expect
Comic
you
Con.
to know everything I'm
When I
talking
was
about.
really young, I was probably 14, and the person I was in a 5-year relationship with was they had a lot of going on because their cousin was in a humongous television show during that time.
Yeah.
So everything was kind of there. I just didn't realize it. But we were at Comic Con, boat shows, Hawaii, this and this. And Danica McKellar, she's a mathematician, look her up. But anyways, her cousin, we were together for 5 years. He proposed to me. I said no. But the point is, they wanted me to be Poison Ivy one year because I look like her or something. Like,
Okay. I guess.
But I remember going to Comic Con, and it was like a major thing. It was like car shows and things at the same place, right?
Yeah.
But it was like a big year. It was some kind of humongous event, and everyone was like, they were embroidered like jewels and painted naked and stuff. It's just neat, like over it.
Yeah.
But that's the truth. I don't have red hair like that. I'm not going to be naked. And Poison Ivy, didn't she turn into some kind of something else in the other one? Like some green mutant or something, or blue? Like a reptile?
Well,
Seriously, I have no
she's
idea. But
she's
something
like
turned into this reptile
she has
form.
her power is to be able to communicate with plants, like they're
But she's like
animals.
beautiful on one hand, right?
Yeah.
She's like gorgeous. And then the other one turns into like this. I don't remember what. I remember seeing the movie, but I remember noticing she like transformed in this blue creature. I can't remember her name. I forgot because I don't want to know. Do you know what I'm talking about? She was this beautiful woman. She wore like whatever, and then when she went into her this and that, she turned into like this blue green creature.
Yeah.
What is it?
The blue green creature. Um,
Does poison ivy turn into like a thing that doesn't have hair, or she's like a reptile thing?
she's covered in like plants. That's like,
Mm.
yeah.
I don't think I'm thinking of the same person. That's one, and the other one was this new exhibition, and she was beautiful, and then she turned into like this reptilian, bluish, greenish, all her body, just like if a werewolf came out, but it would be covered in like scales. It just grossed me out. I'll look it up.
I can't think of who it is.
You would know what I'm talking about. It's one of the Marvel characters.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
Who cares? But I wasn't interested. But they wanted me to like kind of go and just be arm candy to all these events. Not just that, everything.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it wasn't like attractiveness. It was just that people trusted me, so they got like way better real estate this and better this.
Yeah.
But I'm not going for that. If people are not going, your bills are always going to be there. If you think about people and how to like service them and do the right thing, you always make money, especially in San Diego. Just have a business. Open up a lemonade stand at the corner of Ingram and La Playa and offer hot dogs and lemonade. You'll be rich.
Yeah.
There's nothing to drink here. There's nowhere to eat. You're in an island. If you don't drive, you can get a hot dog and a lemonade for $1.50, right? But
Yeah.
these kids pay 25 cents. It's just like
7-Eleven.
It's a monopoly. If the 7-Eleven, if you drive, and 7-Eleven is garbage, right?
Well,
if you don't drive, Jonathan, you have to get in your car and drive, or take an Uber, which is like $20 with a random dude, or walk. It's only a mile or something. But think about right now if I wanted to go. So people treat you like crap. I'm sorry about that. That's their bad. I'm just happy that you show up.
I mean, you got to make money somehow. I mean,
right. But when people are using you for rides, for me, I take rides to the grocery store, CVS, doctor's appointments, the beach, anywhere. So like, I don't drive, and I live here. Just think about if you couldn't get in your car. Think about walking everywhere you go. I run out of calories. That's why I don't exercise that much. It's just too much. I can't use calories. But the bottom line is if someone shows up, picks me up, I'm just happy. I'm happy they showed up. I'm happy they could arrive. Most people, maybe they take an airport once a year or something. They expect like limousine service. Whatever. If they're disabled, that's not what I'm talking about. It's called Call the Car.
okay.
It's people that are disabled, that have medical doctors that pay bank just to make sure the person gets there. Because if that patient doesn't get there, they miss out on a $500,000 surgery.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? They're highly invested in someone like me just getting there. So they pay you. It's, there's no randomness about it. The person has a doctor's appointment. It's like an 8 to 5, but they make twice the money. They're guaranteed. The doctors pay. And then if the person's cool, they tip. But even if they don't, you still make double the money. And it's like a given. You just pick them up, take them. You don't have to like walk them or anything. What the doctors are looking for is that their patients, because they get paid on you, the patient showing up if they're high dollar like me.
Yeah.
That's how I learned. I was also a doctor that billed insurance for a practice that was very greedy and more practices.
Why do you always sound like you're forcing yourself to say something?
Because I need oral surgery and I'm constantly talking on the phone.
I mean, I don't know if you ever tried a different pace and maybe like a softer voice, it might be more relaxing for you to talk.
It's just hard because I'm just getting words out. If I talk it would, you wouldn't hear me.
I would hear you. I would hear you.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So it's like me forcing my voice
Yeah, but
so you could hear me.
you hear me,
because
right?
I'm having vocal problems.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're forcing yourself to talk.
I am.
And
you can hear me though. You have good hearing. Most people, they can't. They're like, what? I can't hear you. Please. I'm like, oh my gosh.
But you're.
Some got me yelling.
stressful. It's just like it's 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 just gonna make yourself feel exhausted. I mean, I don't know.
Right, but when no one can hear you all day and you have business to do and your voice matters and you have to answer questions, you do what you have to do.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that. So
Well, you can actually hear me. That's a good thing. Most people can't.
yeah, because I listen.
You must have good hearing.
I'm just just some guy, but but thank you.
So let's talk about the fact that if you're a slave to Uber, you might work all day and $300. Would that be a good day? I'm serious. I don't know.
That would
If
be
you did
for
$300.
Uber. Yeah, for Uber that would be a good day.
So did you drive all day and deal with people and use your gas and
I
vehicle
did
and
not.
time and
No, I
still
did.
made $300, right?
No, I didn't drive all day.
So you made use a few
No,
hours, but
no,
still made
no,
the
no,
same
no,
amount of money.
no. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. I just need money for gas and food, but it because I'm doing less rides and I'm still dealing with the general public. It feels more like an enormous task than it would be if, let's say, I were to do 30 to 40 rides in a day, where anything I'd be doing would be feeling minuscule compared to that. But because I'm minimalizing my driving, I everything seems a little bit more enormous to me. When I'm telling people I'm really not working, I'm not like my goal is not to make $300 driving for Uber because I know how much work that is. Um, so I don't want to work that hard, but I need money for gas and food. But I am not getting the sympathy and compassion I need for my passengers. But the thing is that I am not forcing myself to work. I don't know. I think I only worked maybe 15 hours this week, something like that. And for Uber, I normally would work. Oh wait, no, I probably worked a little more than that actually, because probably like 30. Sorry, because I'm not including Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday, yeah. But I'm not really willing to put in the time right now to do that because I just took out a personal loan. And that personal loan is meant for me to use for the cost of living. So if, let's say, I make no money at all for the next 3 months selling comic books online, I could at least live off of that. And if I made nothing and all that money gets used up from my cost of living, then I'll just go back to driving for Uber. But by the time that will happen, will be in mid-February. So mid-February, Uber is going to pick up and get better again. But right now, it's just shit. It's just getting worse. It's just like you have to wait a little bit until it gets better. And I'd rather not work while it's getting worse. I'd rather work while it's getting better. Because the algorithm is going to tell you that it's just like total. It's like you're gonna get these lulls where you're not getting your rides for maybe anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour, and I'm stuck somewhere, and all I can do is just drive home. And then when I'm driving home, I'll get a ride request that is away from where I live. So I'm driving away from where I live, using up more gas, and it's just like I don't need that shit. So I'd rather just stay home and not deal with all that.
Well, and you can never get your time back. It's like maybe you could be studying for a degree or planting a garden or investing in a marriage or taking a walk. You can't get your time back.
No, I
So
get
it's one
I
thing
get that. Yeah.
if you have free time in between, it's okay. Like if you work from home, when I take therapy sessions, if I want to, I'm either available or not. So I can go down to the beach
Mm.
and go into an enclave and do a session in privacy or walk with somebody. I do walk talk, I told you. So I do therapy sessions, and I take people out on walks and hikes in their area.
Yeah.
Because then they get a workout and they're outside and they're getting a therapy session and they're working with a doctor and they're getting fit. So they get like 4 in 1. Because I'm a personal trainer and I'm a weight loss consultant, I'm a doctor. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just combine it. I'm like, I'll charge you a personal trainer price, but you get a doctor that's a personal trainer and you have weight loss problems and some anorexia issues. So anybody could just work out with you, but they don't understand the brain and the fact that you have like, binge eating disorder or something, right? The root of the
unless
issue.
if you tell them.
Well, they wouldn't know what to do anyways. I mean, they're not doctors; they can't treat it. So it's like, okay, great. I have an eating disorder. I'm an addict. I have paranoid schizophrenia, so I don't eat, or I overeat, or I eat sugar, or I smoke cigarettes, or and like people just don't care. Okay, so
Okay.
bottom line is you charge people for the bottom of the barrel price, but you're an expert, so you could be charging $1 billion an hour, and then they get better, and they send their friends, and then they win. But then I have 1 billion people that I can't deal with, so I don't advertise because I can't handle it, right?
Okay.
I can't handle the inundation once wildfire, because once one person gets better and they lose 150 pounds and they aren't on drugs and they're getting, they've had no hope. These are people, Jonathan, that are like on plastic surgeons' tables ready to die. And they call me going, what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's not a joke. It's not like a diet. I have the shittiest body I've ever had because I'm trying to save calories right now for my brain, for surgeries. You get it? I'm not working out like I would. I'm not doing because I'm trying to save fat.
I get it. I get it.
But I've gained again. It's been excruciating, but I was 105 recently.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. That's not normal. I have humongous boobs. So if someone's like a teeny tiny skeleton and they weigh 105 and they're 25, okay.
Yeah.
When you're my height and you have a very like curvaceous figure, to weigh that is not good, right? So then we gained weight, and we gained 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we're just approximately, and 15 and then 10, and we lost 10, but it's like a weight gain. Because if I don't have fat, I can't think, and carbohydrates and butter. So last night I was at Crest Market buying Irish butter, lettuce, some kind of bread, eggs, cheese, meat, everything people stay away from. Because, I don't know. I think disgusting fast food is chemicals and who knows what. I don't even know what they put in that.
Well, I'm minimalizing all that, and I'm just going to the grocery store. So the thing I don't like about driving.
I gotta go. If you need groceries, I will bring you groceries. I don't want anything.
All right.
It is not quid pro quo with me.
Okay.
So most of the world, and Ty, we'll talk about him. Because Tyson worked in the world, right? For years. And I did as well, but I just didn't think like that. Recently, they charged me like $15,000 in taxes, sent me like $400 billion for a practice. I never collected a penny, but I worked in the. You get what I mean? It's just money. It's never enough. But what is enough is if you do a good job, if you do the right thing, you'll sell 15 billion comic books in one person, right? One. You can talk to 50 people. So what? The one will be the one that will pay your rent for the month.
Yeah.
But don't cheat them and don't skip them and don't try to screw them over. Do the right thing. And the one person that actually collects and knows what the hell, because I don't want to go into it. I have no knowledge in your area, but I told you I inherited somebody that was 49 and I was 30. So they would be 50. I'm 42 now, so they would be 53 or something, 54. Mm-hmm. something like that. Now they had comic books, they had memorabilia, they had a lot of baseball cards, they had I Love Lucy dolls. I mean, those are worth thousands,
Yeah.
right? But they left it to me because something happened,
Where is it now?
and then I had it all, and I contacted the family and just gave them everything that I could back. But there's things I don't know, but I know they're very valuable.
Where is
Comic books.
where is it? If you, I mean, I could buy it from you, and then I could resell it.
I don't want buy. I don't want to buy. They left it for me. I contacted the family. I gave them everything I could. It was a woman.
You don't want to sell it. You just want to give it back.
I don't want to sell it. I don't care. Okay, I'd give it to you. I'm not selling anything. I called them for them to pick it up.
I'm not looking
It
for
was
charity
a lot
here.
of money, and they took a little bit of it. But what I'm saying is, it was like I Love Lucy dolls in the packages with the original XYZ from like back, like the original. Like you can't buy those anymore. Barbie, baseball card. Like I don't understand. I'm not a boy. A lot of Padre stuff, tons of comic stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
comic books, and they're in these plastics. Okay, that's how I know.
Yeah.
Plastics, like these. And then I called the family. They got everything, but they didn't want it back. So it's just, that's one example of a billion. Okay, but what I'm saying is I got exposed to that world because this family left me everything. I had to track them down because the mom died. I was helping her, and the son went to prison.
Oh
And
man.
my family is chief of police. So this woman that was 77 years old that relied on her son, he went to prison, and she was my neighbor.
Oh.
Shit. He was an outstanding citizen, like never did anything wrong type. Well, all of a sudden he goes to prison for life, and Glenda is 77, so she leaves me everything. But I don't want it. My grandmother, my dad, her, Nat, all these Jonathan, there's like 10 of them. They've left me everything, and I don't want it. I worked in a bank. People would die, and there was accounts, and they would leave us their everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking people that you think is a joke. Gold, when you walk into a safe deposit, I'm going to tell you this again. I was a vault teller. If I made one mistake, I'd be stuck for 3 days, very little ventilation, no food, no water, no way out for 3 days. Earthquake proof, fireproof, everything proof, bulletproof. You cannot get out. So I was the one doing the little, you know what I mean? Locking it up.
Yeah.
But if I made a mistake, I would be stuck. People would die. But they would go. They were supposed to go in a separate room. They didn't. I would see what they had in their safe deposit boxes. I was like 18. They had gold bars. I told you this already. Bars of gold. Like they're not square. They're like rectangle-ish on the top and straight. They look like pyramids, but they're on the top. They're flat. And I don't want to look at their stuff. They're supposed to be private. You get it? They have numbers on them. But on the top, they're flat. They're like triangles, and they're flat.
All right, I accept it. I accept it.
Gold bars with numerical blah blah.
All right.
Rubies, diamonds, jewels, bonds. Because these are old-fashioned people from the Depression.
Okay, I think what you're saying is very interesting, but I'm just asking if you to help me. I would buy it from you. It would help me.
I don't want to sell anything.
Okay, but I'm just saying it would.
I would just
It would, okay.
give it. Or if I have it, I don't even realize I have it because I tried to give it back to them. It's
Well, I'm not looking for charity.
No, it's baseball cards and it's comic books, but they also have Nazi Germany memorabilia and tons of
stuff I'll take to sell.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
This is not a business transaction. I'll never take $1 from you. If I say, would you like groceries? It's because I want to give them to you, but if you think that I want something in return, then it ruins it.
Yeah, but if it's worth a lot of money. If it's worth a lot of money.
I'm saying, I mean, I got on. That's all, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I say, would you like some food from the grocery store tomorrow, and I'll drop it off at your door, and I don't need to see you. I mean it.
The groceries are like, you're spending like $20 to $50.
Who cares? What if I spend 15 cents and I go to the grocery store for you. I don't want anything in return.
But
in general.
the collection could be worth like tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, you're just gonna give them to me?
I mean, if I still even have it, I just know I was exposed to it because I saw it and I was debating what to do with it. I knew it was very important to these people.
Yeah, a collection is something that is nostalgic to
But let me
people.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me think. There was baseball cards in these like plastic boxes, okay?
Yeah.
And then there was these plastic like file almost, like a plastic each one.
Mm-hmm.
They had this like film over them. It made scratchy noise.
Oh, like a wax pack?
I don't know.
I think they're called wax
told
packs.
me they were worth a lot to them.
Yeah.
And then they left them all to me, but they were like these comic book size things, and they were in this scratchy plastic, and it meant something. They were covered.
Yeah.
Like they covered the front of them or something, like they laminated or something.
Yeah, I know. It's like they put them in a plastic sleeve or something to protect them.
Right, but then they even go overboard and they put something over the plastic sleeve. Whatever that is, that's what it was. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know if you know where it is, but I'm just saying, like, if it's worth a ridiculous amount of money, I don't want you just giving it to me.
Well, even if it's not, you can just have it. I'm not using it.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll accept that for now, but if I see something in there that's worth, I know I can make a lot of money off of, and just like simple, hey, I got this. I'll just auction it off, and make some money.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yeah.
There's one I see in my spirit. Okay, ready? I was only 30 years old. You don't understand. This was like 12 and a half years ago.
I'll give you a cut, at least.
No. I don't want to cut. I want to remember. I'm trying. You're going to get mad at me because I'm going to cut you off because I'll remember. Ready? It was God's telling me. There's something about this Spider-Man thing, and he was on the front, but his face, because I'm not interested in that. Mary Jane, okay? There's a caption. Mary Jane, and he's like on the building or something, but his face is covered in this mask, and he has his hand up, and the hand is like extending this web to a building, and it was super important. And then they discovered Spider-Man, and then the same went with this Batman one. This lady was in some building, and she had this black cat suit on. It was very, very close to the skin, and then she was realizing something.
Black Cat. Yeah, Felicia Harding.
But she was also connecting to Batman, and that was another big one. Michelle Pfeiffer. There's a movie, but it was a
no, that's Batman. It's different.
Right, I'm telling you, there's Spider-Man and Batman.
Oh.
They're like those epic moments when something happens.
Those are keys.
I don't know.
Those are first appearances. They're not like crazy valuable, but those are books that have value to them. But it depends on the condition of the book. So.
What if the book's in perfect condition and this spider person has his helmet on, like a spider hat?
If it's in perfect condition, like that what? Like the one with the black cat.
Spider-Man Mary Jane, dude. I'm sorry. Is it Mary Jane? Is that? I don't know.
He's got multiple girlfriends, but Mary Jane's like the big one. She's like. Is she like? Is it like the Mary Jane?
It's MJ.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Mary Jane covers.
It's very, very, very early level MJ, like when they discover each other or something. I don't know.
Is it from the 60s?
It's like he's reaching up to a building.
Is it from?
His hand is making a web, and he realizes MJ. It's very, very.
Is it from the 60s?
Probably.
If it's from the 60s, it's probably worth something. If it's from the 90s or the 2000s or 2010s.
No. It's like the same kind of level of material that my dad's DD-214 would be, or his military papers. You know, it's like very specific.
What year?
You know it's old. My dad was.
There are old comics that aren't valuable.
Who cares? Hey, Jonathan, let's get rid of that. I'm done. If I find them, great. If not, I returned as much as I could. The parents came, or the siblings actually. Glenda was in the hospital.
Cool.
And the siblings came and picked up what they wanted.
Okay.
If I find in the storage I'm cleaning out anything like that, I don't care. I just want to get rid of it.
I have time for that. Where is the storage unit at?
In Pacific Beach.
If you want me, I could help you with that. I'll be around. So I don't know if you need my help with that. I buy out storage units when I can get a deal on a collection. So
That's smart.
and that's sort of like what I do. I mean, I've done YouTube videos on that sort of thing. So
I just have a storage that I bought when I recently moved.
oh,
And I
okay.
didn't want to think about a lot of documentation, so I just put a lot of things I wasn't sure about in there. It's
Okay.
about a quarter full. It's a waste of money, and mainly it's just sitting there.
So you're paying the rent for it still?
Yeah, it's not like it's just a storage I have.
I have my own storage unit, so if you want, I could save you the rent on that storage unit by taking that stuff out of it. It's up to
I
you.
don't need you to store it, but I'll just throw it away. I don't even want it. It was just stuff in the way.
But don't throw it away. I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, all the comic books and baseball cards and all those collectible Nazi stuff. I'll just take it. If you're gonna throw it away, I would just take it. So.
I don't care about material possessions. It don't matter. You're not taking anything with you.
Wait. You don't care about material possessions, but I'm not taking anything with me?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
It doesn't really matter that much to me. It is here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I know it's just property. It's just physical.
It's property, and I have enough. Okay.
I get it.
If I could give it away and use it for somebody's benefit, that would really mean something because it's just sitting.
It would help. It would help me with my business, but I would like to see what's in it, and I could tell you if something is very valuable in there, and if I find like a $5,000 book, I will let you know.
I mean, okay.
It's like come on, like I'm not gonna do that to you.
Come on, I just don't even care. And if you do, that's great. And if you find it, and if you don't use it, and you want to let me know. But if you do, that's fine too, because otherwise it's going to waste.
When do you want to do that?
I have too much.
Do you want?
I have a question. Really quickly, because I have trouble with English, and you say I raise my voice.
But you trust me, right?
Clogged.
Yeah.
I've got like my ear clogged right now. Does your mom speak Hebrew? I forgot this.
No, my dad does. Or he passed.
Somebody did, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. It's just so much easier. It's like 15,000 words into one. It's just exhausting. The English language is like 45 billion words, and you could just say a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I could say one sentence. It would be a paragraph in different languages. Here, it is every single word. It's too much. I get exhausted.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So your dad spoke Hebrew.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, can you? Not that you should, because my family did as well, and then they decided, or something, or along the lines, like Akhenazi and all that. They decided not to because they needed to learn English. That was their, main concern.
Yeah.
Their first generation. So like they're not going to perfect Hebrew or Aramaic or anything and pass it on. They're going to perfect English because they're moving here. First generation. So I don't disrespect it, but I also, it's very difficult. Don't take this the wrong way, but if someone doesn't speak another language, it's so much for me. And if I raise my voice, it's because every word, I have to think how to say it in English.
Yeah.
It's like a whole translation situation. And I don't even know how to do it. But I think let me say something. Right? I'm speaking English, it's exhausting for me, and I'm not being mean to you, but Slovakian and all that, that's kind of ingrained. It's just a combination. And it's easier. It's so much easier. Es muy fácil.
What?
If you were speaking Spanish, es
What?
muy fácil.
Why are we getting
I
it?
don't
Why are
wanna
we
speak
getting
English
into this?
anymore. I'm tired of it.
Why are we getting into this?
Because I speak other languages, and after a certain amount of time of speaking English all day, it gets really hard for me. Because
Okay.
I'm thinking in other languages, and I have to literally translate it in my mind to English. And I sound like a blubbering idiot because I can't think in English. Jonathan, if I bring groceries to your door and you don't get them, or flowers, or cake, or pie, or soup, or something, I don't want anything back.
I'm not interested in food. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not
I
someone
bring.
who's starving. I am actually just gaining weight. So I'm.
You said that you were struggling with groceries and gas, though, so I must
No,
have
it's not.
misunderstood.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not a struggle really. It's just I am just getting frustrated with people. Um. So we got off the topic of the storage unit, and that's okay if you don't want to talk about it. I understand, but the thing is that like um, if you trust me with that and you just want to unload it and get rid of that stuff, that is helping me. Um, and I would,
But what if it's not worth anything? It's a pet that's not.
I
Let's just
think it
pretend.
has value to it, but don't worry about it not being worth anything because I am educated enough to let you know whether it's worth anything or
Right, but
not.
I don't want you to take an endeavor that's not worth anything.
I enjoy the endeavor.
Okay,
It's
if you're
it's
okay
it.
with that,
I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy
Are
it.
you an archaeologist or what?
It's like that.
My dad. Okay, I'm gonna brag. My dad and I are very similar, but we're not.
Okay.
He's extremely organized. I am talking meticulous. Like, again, we did not watch television. I was not allowed.
Okay.
Thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean?
All
Thank
right.
you, God. I read Dick and Jane books. Dick and Jane from like the 1950s. I've got a belt here and a dress and a purse. Um, shoes. I'm like from a different time period, okay? But the bottom line is that I read, painted, wrote, whatever. My dad was extremely adamant. He's like a genius, the accountant. So he knew when things were of value, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could just tell. Does this
Okay.
make sense to you?
Yeah.
Somebody who's highly intelligent doesn't need to do the numbers and the math and the checkouts and go ahead and do it anyway. But I don't want anything. That's what I don't want. Today, if somebody asked me, well, why wouldn't you trade something? I can't remember what it was, some kind of monetary bullshit
Okay.
for money. And I said, because you've convoluted, now it's ruined. Now my time is not my time because there's a dollar amount applied to it. I can't even remember what it was. And they were like, you're stupid. I have more than enough. I don't have children. Do I want children? If I was married,
Let's go then.
kids out of wedlock.
Let's go. If you don't want anything, let's go. I'm
I
down.
do want something. I want somebody that's going to do the right thing
That's what I'm saying. If
with
I
whatever I give them, because I'm giving it to
that's
them.
what I'm
to
that's
do
what
the
I've
right
been
thing
saying
and
this
just
whole
take it.
time. I've been saying
But I don't want
if I
anything in
find
return, and it's so backwards, Jonathan.
if I
I don't
find
want anything back.
I don't want you to just throw a $5,000 book away. You
Well,
know.
let's say it's not a book. Let's say it's 5 minutes or a devotional or something. It could be anything.
If I find an Amazing Fantasy 15 in there and it's worth $20,000, I'm gonna tell you, and I'll let you, and I'll give you whatever you think you should get for it. It's not,
Great.
you know. But if
But
it's
you're an
if
archaeologist,
it's just a bunch of boxes of books I could just sell for $1, I'll let you know with that too.
But then you got rid of a crappy storage. My
Yeah, but
dad said
that I
before
can
he
make
died. Let's
money.
go back to the point.
I can make
My
money
dad-
off of those books
My
still.
dad had no words. When you're like you're forcing language, I am trying. So
Yeah.
he said if he was to do it all over again instead of being a sociologist or XYZ, he would have been an archaeologist. I said, Dad, what would you do if you had all the time in the world? That was like one of the last questions, but you don't understand. He couldn't speak after that. It mattered.
Yeah.
This guy's a genius. He can speak, just at any second. All of his qualities I did not adopt. So when I speak of my dad, just know that I'm not that way. Am I a housewife? No, I don't have kids or family. Was I? When I was married, if I had children, yes. I'm like, I love kids. They cannot stay away from me. That's the last thing. I'm having trouble, Jonathan. Why? Every time I go in public, people's babies or animals are like, they won't get off of me. Like, literally. And then people wonder about me. I look like whatever. They don't care. They go, well, my dog is like stuck to this person. They don't like anybody. My cat, my baby. It's the Holy Spirit. It's not me. But you understand they sense something in me. And then, but I get so much attention and I just want it to stop. I want it to stop. I want people to stop staring at me. They just stare. They're amazing. They literally just stare.
All right.
When I'm like, because they don't know what to think. Because everybody's out for themselves. I'm not. But let me tell you something about Jesus Christ. When you love God, your life is not yours. It's His. You are born because He ordained it. You are in existence because He said so. Your eyes, your nose, your DNA, everything about you is because God decided He was going to create you. So when you realize that, you walk around with that attitude, people realize you're not taking from them. And then it becomes even more overwhelming. You and I are having a candid conversation. If there's no storage, nothing. I don't care if I bring bananas over. I don't want anything back. That is how I live.
But I'm excited about it. I want to go see it. Why don't we go see it?
If it's not that, I have land, I have natural resources. I'd be a little bit more excited about those. Isn't gasoline at all-time high? Fossil fuels, uranium, gold, silver, metals. I own property that has all of that. I'd be more excited about that. And I'm just trying to save it right now.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, it's been a long conversation, but guess what? If no one has ever loved you, I don't know if they have. I don't know if people are not capable. I am not capable. I'm not in love with you. I don't even know you that well. We're maybe friends, right? Like, I'm getting to know you.
Maybe.
Do you think that's rude? No. If you don't have time to talk to me and get to know me and court me, or I was going to ask you this morning at like maybe 9, would you come over and I'll just give you a hug at the gate and you can leave?
Yeah.
Shit to do.
Sure.
That's what I was going to ask you. I have to go at like 8:45. It was like 8:09. I go, Jonathan, would you just come over and give me a hug and I'll give you a lunch and, pack you this and give you some flowers and see you later?
Yeah,
but
sure.
I was like, but that would seem rude. But I don't want to hang out. I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, let's just say hi.
But I don't want like the whole.
No.
I don't have the time. It's rude. I'm sorry. I'm older than you, by the way. So when time goes and you live for God, every single second matters because everybody's face that I see that goes to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here and I could do something. that person's like imprinted on my soul. So I was like, what did you do? I can't bring them to heaven, but I did nothing. I didn't talk to them, greet them, say hi, be kind, do anything. I just did nothing. I saw them dying, going to hell like everybody around me. I did nothing. I just sat there.
Yeah.
So Jonathan, I know it's not popular, but the most important thing, I've been a doctor. I am a this, blah 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 blah. The beautiful thing, I can't even how to love me. What matters the most is what you do for other people. What if you go to heaven or you die and God's like, what did you do with your time? Well, I made the most money. I screwed people over. I stepped on people. I got ahead and I did nothing. I mean, that's not impressive for me. Versus I tried to do the right thing. I still made it. I don't expect you to be like impoverished, like, side of the road, nobody. But you have your own thing going, but you also put other people first. But it's backwards. And if you do, you'll be rich.
You could always be part of it. I have no problem with that.
Part of what?
My own thing. I
What
might
does that mean?
I'm leaving my door open. If you ever want to just come over.
But what if I don't want to sleep next to you and I keep all my clothes on and we never have sex and all I do is make dinner and go home?
I'm okay with that.
That's like my style.
I
And I don't even go to guys' houses.
I accept
That's like
that.
a stretch.
I'm an accept.
Is that like I Love Lucy? Look, I'm gonna tell you this last thing. I grew up with a mother. She's 94. She passed away last year. Her name is Mecca. She was a dress wearing, apron, high heeled, lipstick, hair done, earrings, cooking dinner, clean house, serving her husband, working full time, helping other people. Wake up early, serve God first.
Yeah.
But you serve your husband before yourself, and then your kids, then other people. It goes God first, then your husband, then your children. You serve your husband, there's no foundation without two people, right? Then you serve your husband and God serves you, and then God takes care of you because you think of him, and then he thinks of God first, then your kids, then people, and then yourself.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But you work hard, you wake up early, you do blueberry crumpets and biscuits and muffins and
Blueberry
berries
crumpets.
you get up early, you go to the village, you walk up the hill, you pick berries, you go home, you use natural ingredients, all kosher, you bake blueberry muffins, crumpets, and danishes, and blueberry like muffins.
That sounds yummy.
By 6 o'clock in the morning. And then you do work and you help your husband and you take care of your kids and your house is clean and
yeah.
But then you have a beautiful dress to wear and God takes care of you and you look 15 years younger than you should and you're never overweight and you have a beautiful body and you understand your soul.
I've gained some weight.
Are you unattractive or what?
I don't know. You tell me.
I wouldn't notice. I don't care. I'm getting my stuff though.
You don't care if I'm attractive or not?
I just don't, I don't care about what your body looks like, but if you're not healthy, you should do something about it. Or if you want to do something or feel bad about yourself, you should.
I am definitely someone who takes concern in my health.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna like tell you if you're overweight or something. I just wouldn't notice that much because I don't judge people on that. I'm not a good character. Meaning I can't tell you. If you were not in shape and you have a good heart, I wouldn't notice that much. But I've, been around people that have perfect bodies and Olympic athletes and have a high expectation, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't keep up with me and I'm older than you, it's kind of like, I don't have a lot of energy though, so I'm hyper. So I can't really go off of that. If a guy doesn't take care of himself, his body, and he's older, like typically the people I would date, how do I expect him to take care of me?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. Just be friends with the guy first.
Well, no, not like you. I'm saying that's not my concern. I don't know if you're out of shape. I don't really care. But if you need to do something about it, I have a gym here. I have a workout room in my house. I have an extra bedroom, an extra room,
If I
a
stop
jacuzzi
working out, I
tank.
will be out of shape and I will be a miserable piece of shit. But
Shit.
I do run about 3 times a week, and it makes a really big difference, and it's really good for me.
I'm sorry, I'm making noise. I'm looking for something to buy. I'm just picking up this food thing and all this stuff in the car. I'm like that too. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't dance in front of other people. But when you do choreography, meaning you create dance, it's quite a workout, right? So people that get up in front of the crowd, they have a choreographer.
Yeah.
They don't come up with that themselves. So like anybody famous, anybody that's a dance, like let's say anybody, I can't think of anyone right now, but anybody in Hollywood, which I hate, they have a choreographer behind the scenes that comes up with their composure or whatever, composition or writes songs. And then that person dances, teaches that artist the dance to their song, and then they do all the dancing, but it's in the background, like me. Right? Does that make sense? I don't dance in front of other people, but it's constant. Do you know how you know if someone's a dancer? Look at their back.
Oh
When
yeah.
you dance as a child, you develop a like enclave in your lower back. It's like a spinal dip. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You can't get that genetically.
Oh.
I don't know if you've noticed.
It's good to know. Good to know.
But no, seriously, have you ever noticed that about
I mean,
somebody?
I see people's backs all the time. I mean, I don't really think of it that way, but
But if they
it
have like
makes
a
sense.
dip in their back and their spine is like a literal like enclave from the top down,
Uh huh.
that's because they've danced since childhood.
Oh, I never thought of
That's
it
how
that
you know.
way.
Hey, are you bored?
No, I'm entertained by talking to you, so it's good.
I'm just picking stuff up, kind of, but I'm also going, hey, if there's a financial gain to be gained, fantastic, you can take that. I'm interested in one thing
I'm what are you interested in?
time,
Right. Okay.
energy, and time,
Well,
which I can't buy.
you got stuff you got to do, so if you trust me, I could go check it out while you're go doing stuff, and
Right.
I will keep you completely updated on any of the inventory, whether it's
And if anything, listen, Jonathan, I've got to go. I have to. I realize it's the time. I'm kind of off because of the hours. I've set clocks that are on time, but I still think whatever. I have to go eat. There's dinner there. We spent $100. Somebody at the studio diner. I
okay.
don't know. 2 eggs, some kind of humongous salad, chili, something, something French
Where are
onion
you going?
soup. It just came, and I was so like, oh my gosh.
Oh, it just came, huh? Okay. All right.
So you hungry?
Okay. Yeah.
Are you hungry? Do you want to eat?
Um. Sure.
I'm wearing one earring. My hair is a mess, and maybe half a dress. I don't care.
Hmm.
But there's
I
food
like
here.
it. I like it.
Number two, because I lost my earring. I changed my dress. I was cold. There was a
Hmm.
dress in here. I put it on. I don't have two shoes. You have a pair of mine.
Yeah.
I'm just it's the busyness. So like I'm in the car that I don't drive. I have my own cars, two of them, and this is not my car. This is a driver's car.
Yeah.
So my stuff's in here because they were driving me all day. So I'm just like halving it. Do you have two shoes? Fantastic. A bra on? That would be a necessity. Hey, Jonathan, last thing.
Yeah.
I can get a surgery. This is humongous. When I was 18, they said you should do it. It was $10,000, but they would have to put an implant again, remember?
Oh, yeah. You said that.
Into
Yeah.
my breast area. But they said you're going to have problems later because of how small you are and the weight. today somebody put like a approximate scale ish thing. I'm not going to go into detail on each breast.
Mm-hmm.
They said it weighs 3 to 5 pounds. 3 to 5. Well, let's say 4 on each one. That's 8 pounds hanging on my small frame.
Yeah.
Get it? That's not normal. It's too much. So what they can do is a surgery if I get an implant. I told you I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, they can drain the lymph nodes. Or they can go and remove tissue and sew me up.
Really?
I'm going to be like, I'm a triple, quadruple Z.
Mm-hmm.
I might have double D's next time you see me. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a flat-chested person.
Oh.
I want it gone.
You want your breast? You want your breast gone?
Since I was 18.
But they're nice. Alright.
If you don't have a small frame carrying humongous boobs. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is cook, grab my stuff out of this car, get the keys, go to the bathroom. What am I wearing? Who cares? Something warm. I don't care what you think. That's the beauty of it. But can I bring you
Whatever.
food in a little bit?
Sure.
I'm trying. They told me I'm totally dehydrated, so I'm trying to drink. How much water do you drink in a day? I'm trying.
I drink
I
2 of
usually
those
drink
big
a lot.
bottles of water I get from Trader Joe's.
What is that?
They're like the I don't know.
Like the alkaline like bottles?
Yeah, I don't
Or
know. They're not. I don't know what they. Hold on. Let me see how much they are. One second. They are 1.5 liters, so that's like 50 ounces each.
And you drink how many a day?
I drink 2 of those a day.
And you weigh how much?
I've gained weight, so I weigh like 210 now.
I have no idea.
I've gained like 20 pounds.
Do you want to lose weight?
Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, but it's hard when
You don't look overweight to me at all, but don't ask me because
Mm-hmm.
my caregiver is 6'5". You know, my dad was a big guy. My mom's husband was 6'7".
Yeah.
My sister's 5'11". So even if you're like a skinny lady at 5'11", you're gonna be like heavier. You know, she was like 165.
Mm-hmm.
I've never weighed more than like maybe 30, like max. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But my sister was very underweight or just regular, and she was taller, so she weighed 165. That would be a feat for me. You know? So
Okay.
don't go off of that. You know what I would go off of? What you're eating, how you feel, and if you weigh 200 pounds, the maximum amount of water you should be drinking a day is 50%. So that would be 100 ounces.
I feel like I should
People-
spend some time with you right now.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Watching Netflix.
What show?
Oh, there's this movie I was watching. It's called Harold and His Purple Crayon. It's pretty funny.
Does it have like demonic weird stuff like
No.
wickedness? I just
No, it's a kids movie, but it's funny. There's like Harold. It's like an animated cartoon, and then it turns into like a live action movie. But it's like there's this kid Harold, and he's got this purple crayon, and whenever he draws, it turns into something real. So if he draws like a bunch of pies with his crayon, they'll turn into real pies. So he drew himself a couple of friends, which was a mule and a hedgehog. So they're all just like going around this world that he created, and then all of a sudden he's a grown up, and the narrator they call him the old man, and he's just narrating the story, but then all of a sudden the old man disappears. So they think that he went off to the real world. So they draw a portal to the real world, and then they turn into real people. So the guy who plays Harold is the same guy who plays Shazam, so he's kind of funny. And then the guy who plays the mule is the same guy. He's like a black comedian guy, but I mean he's funny also. And the girl who plays the hedgehog is I don't know some girl, but I mean it's a kids movie, and Chloe DeChesney's in it, and yeah, so that's all I know about it so far. But it's yeah, I mean it's entertaining. So I don't know. It's for kids. You interested? Hello?
I'm not getting that, but I have to go.
All right.
I'm not being rude. I'm just trying to walk with my hands full at night, and I'm wearing a dress.
Where are you?
I'm just walking.
All right.
Be careful. Ties Mike, will you?
Yeah.
Another day,
Mm.
people have said they could hurt me because of my size. Right? Literally, like men. I could come up and pick you up, and I could. Okay, I need to do that. I've been getting paranoid. Sorry, Jonathan. If someone comes up to the door while I'm in the car, they just it.
Okay.
Comes up to the car door and tries to grab it.
Yeah.
I think I know a keto. Lastly, I know something called keto. Got it?
Oh, you know keto?
Mixed martial arts. You use your body weight. You don't kill people. You just get them away. I gotta go though. I might need to deal with that right now. Thank you.
Are we done, or do you want to hang out? All right.
Spawn 98 has a new home. Say goodbye to it. It is a beautiful flat, trust me. You're gonna love that one. Let me put something else in the background now. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Go for it. It's 375 on that one. Alright. 350. What ASM or Spawn or what are we talking about? Alright, my mind is Spawn 350. Alright, cool. Keep that in mind. Let's try the last book on the slide wall. If it goes alright, I'll try something even crazier. I'm not gonna say more than that, but here we go. Another 30 seconds, 9-6, Black Panther versus Predator, Scotty Young. Once again, it's still in the reflection. I can't promise that I'll be in the book still. Get it. But I am at the moment. Alright, 15 seconds left, guys. Once again, below grading costs on it. Scotty Young, 9-6, Predator versus Black Panther. Just 6 seconds left to go. Sudden death is on. 8, 3, 2, 1. Kodiak taking it down. Nice. Alright. I think it maybe run through the rest of the vlog. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, don't worry. Run it in a second. I can't sign and everything. I'm waiting on a few others to get that stuff. But old age, no, don't really do much for old age. Yeah, no problem. There's the next giveaway, guys. We got that fireworks. Don't worry, we'll show everything before it's ran. We'll close up on it. I'm gonna put some more stuff in the background. Invincible. Last McFarlane side. And put the Doom side. Alright, there we go. I just like the background not being empty. You can see how much quality myself. Okay, I got a whole bunch of wall books. We're gonna start with something you probably didn't expect. We got Pokemon, like the tail Pikachu or something like that. Just fix that. It's not pretty, I know, but Pokemon is so hard to find. We're gonna do $1.37. Sudden death off work. Get Pokemon Electric Tail. Coming up, we've got a Spawn Newsstand, Ultimate Invasion, there's a Daredevil in here. We got Underplate Crane. Tons of really good stuff. Alright guys, 5 seconds left at $4. Find out, that is a great reason. For that. But who knows, maybe it'll be here later. Just added them in, so I'm not sure. There's like none on the market, so I don't know. Do these finally. Save it, close up on it. Put the small tick there. Not looking too bad. First solo slammer. Women's series and issue. We'll do sudden death on this one as well. It's perfectly understandable. I won't blame you for it. We got 15 seconds left. Let's see you guys sputter in issue 1. Alright, we got 6 seconds left. Let's see who's taking it down. 3, 2, 1. Super Tactics going to you. Next up, we got Spawn 195. Who can notice? Alrighty, we're a little quick Spawn, but does anyone know why this is even more enticing? Test the chat real quick. Anyone got an idea? We got 100 people here. Frank tweet said newsstand Spawn. Spawn in the late 100s, early 200s, already sold. There's 100 people like Pokemon. Yeah, newsstand on content. There goes the book. It's never been. $1.37 on it, guys. Beautiful, very cool cover. Been there. 20 seconds left to go. Of course, these are all starting at $1. Really crazy, guys. We got 15 seconds left to go. Alright, guys, 8 seconds left to go. Keep it in the lead. Gonna take down this newsstand. Here we go. Already plotting. New message. Ultimate Invasion on it. COA. Like a couple months back, the first cameo of the new old on top of that, it's a great exclusive, signed by Miko. $1.30 on it. Hop in there, people. Alright, we got 20 seconds left to go, guys. Let's get signed by Miko right now. Getting that signature for free at this price. It does come with the COA. We got 10 seconds left to go. I'm just gonna leave. We're gonna take it. Just 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, taking it down. Alright, I think I need to spice things up. Just a tad. Just a tad. How many people would be interested in a buy it now dollar set? For example, there's Deadpool, New York Comic Con, whatnot exclusive foil. We have enough hype in here. Dollar start. Big clap. Not almost, just somewhere. Stay down. 20. I'm getting too excited. We're gonna One person interested, guys. None of these have been graded yet. Nobody's got it back in the quiz. Like, I need hype. He literally just came out at New York. I believe this one's limited to 1,500. Let me double check real quick. Before I go spouting all the stats. Yep, limited to 1,500. Literally, you can't find any graded. There's none graded on it. It's so new.
Avengers.
Got it, nominate. I'm seeing some hype. Let's try it. Let's try it. If it goes alright, we get even crazy. Here we go. $1.30, guys. New York Comic Con exclusive Deadpool 1 What Not Exclusive Foils, guys. It was to 1,500. Super low print for Marvel. We got 15 seconds left. Don't do it. They might have been right. Right now, we're over half off what I had it to buy now. Like I said, there's not a single listing for this book graded. It's so new that nobody's got it graded. We're going to do 1,500. Once again, New York exclusive. And then at 1.5 when I buy it now. Obviously, there's no history to go off. Nobody's got it. Any nominated or graded at all right now. We got 2 seconds left. Kodiak is taken down to 80 points. It's terrifying. Like, this is going cheap. We got 4 seconds left. I was safe. Kodiak, nice. That was a fantastic pickup on it. 80 short. There you go. Alright. Let's see. As we go along, I'm sure I can think of something. We got Daredevil 181. Actually, Daredevil, of course. Depth of Electra. Such a good cover with the yellow. Alright, here we go. $1.30. Sudden Death is on. That too low. Alright, here we go, guys. 20 seconds left. Once again, Death of Electra, Daredevil 181. Jeez, taking it down 8 seconds, guys. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Trap, great first pickup on that. Alright, so we got another big toy book. This is, I think this is demo. It's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, we got 15 seconds left. No, it's just Venom issue 1. Venom issue 1, guys. Place the Crane version, signed by Crane. Let me see some arts. I'll always start it. Once we're ready. Alright, here we go. Only 30 seconds, guys. Place the Crane version, Venom issue 1, signed by Crane. This is the trail off on the signature. 20 seconds left to go. Steve's gonna take that down. 15 seconds left. And good lead at 44. Crane for a signed Crane version. 8 seconds left on it. Hop in there. This is going cheap. We got 5 seconds left. Once again, guys, signed by Crane. 2 seconds left. It's the only Crane version I've got. 3 seconds, guys. Cat's taking this one down. Oh yeah, sniping it the last second. Terrifying to watch. 4 seconds left. Alright, Kodiak. Great pickup on that. Ready for 15-cent ASM. We'll show this one off front to back. Alright. There we go. This is ASM 88. Once again, 15-cent fighting. Check that buy it now, guys. Slap on the wall. And plenty more. Right there. They're priced below market, but with offers as well. This one's fully attached. Staples are good. Pencils good. Let's do $1.30 once again. Get through the rest of these wall books. Alright, we got 20 seconds left to go. Keep the weight strong as well. Great, John. Congrats on that. We got 10 seconds left. Let's say $19 for ASM 88. Of course, John. Thank you. 15 cent ASM. Go. 27 right now. 8 seconds left to go, guys. Serious segment. That's all right. 6 seconds left. Time to change it. Time to change it. I can't remember the last time I won a giveaway. That's why I run giveaways. So people can win, unlike me. Never win. 3 seconds left. Keep good top in there. Once again, it's ASM 88. 15 cent Spidey. The only silver Spidey I'm running. Alright, 5 seconds left, guys. And 20 seconds left. Alright, here we go. We got some more Wolverine events. What do you guys think of silver here? Congrats on that. Keep on. They work on auction right now. $30 seconds on these guys. Puppets here. Exclusive Wolverine event on 2-1. If you can get it to retail, which is 15, I'm going to throw in another book. You guys know how this game works, so try it out. Once again, Puppets here. Exclusive Wolverine Revenge. Sealed in the polybag. Issue 1. Get it to 15. Another book is going in the pile. See, we're almost there. Cool. We get the version of $45 for retail. The 30 on this one. Another book. Let's see if we can handle it. 45 bucks in retail, guys. Get to 30. Throwing in another Wolverine exclusive. 3 seconds left. Oh man. I'm gonna throw in more. Oh well. Till next time. Damn, great pick up on this. That is over half off the set. Can't go wrong there. We got What Silver Surfer. That's the Infinity Gauntlet. One of the harder to buy white issues, and it's in a newsstand. 30 seconds, guys. Alright. Probably some lead at just $11. Once again, What Silver Surfer. That's the Infinity Gauntlet in the newsstand. We got a really nice Transformers. I told someone earlier I don't have Transformers. I'm now realizing why to them. Sorry. We got 8 seconds left. Sweeten the lead. And What if Silver Surfer? That's the Infinity Gauntlet. The Wave's still singing. Singing either Venom or Loki right now. What do you guys think? Venom or Loki? Alright, 8 seconds left. Super Sense in the lead. Loki's an art joke, by the way. Not specified. We got 8 seconds left. Oh man, it would kill me with the disc. Alright, check taking that down. Great pickup. Next up, guys, we got Transformers Generation 2. One's got a tip there, but a foil fold out cover. Look at that. Easily my favorite Transformers book. Got like a story on the back. I've got a 9-4 disc. If anyone wants a far cheaper song to didn't feel like listing the 9-4. $30 guys on the Transformers. Which one? The fine one on the back. I'm gonna go grab it. Just do the Transformers justice. It's not a $4 book. seconds left. Wait, it's nice. Alright, yeah, kind of unfortunate circumstances. I got it signed. It's the foil super rare. Permanent hit at least a 9-6. Maybe if you submitted CD to it, maybe 9-6. They're usually more generous. But, how many people want it? That's the first question. Maybe I can do something fun with it. It's 2 needs, 90. Man. It's nice. I mean, yeah, even though it's a 9-4, this is still the only signed or graded copy you can find right now. Apart from the ones I have in the bag now. If we get enough eyeballs, dollar start. I'm going to do 1,500 copies. I'll personally do it. Okay. Oh, no, let's do it. Alright, guys. Signed by Stanford Green. That's the artist on the cover and the book. I have 9.8 listed at 250. There are no listings for this graded, let alone signed. I know it's not perfect. 9.4 ain't the worst thing either. I'll do $1.30 on it. What's the worst that can happen? I don't even know what this is going to be honest. Take it away. Take it away. Again, signed by Stanford Green. Got 8 seconds left on it. 8 seconds left. I'm just looking at everything else. I guess I got an offer. Let me see something. Dream Honor. That one I can't move on as much on. Lowest is at 475 for it. Feel like it could go slightly less than what I had it listed at. 375, but I just probably can't move as much as you'd like there. It is $100 off the lowest listed right now though. We got 8 seconds left, guys. Cody for me once again. Signed by Stanford Green. 12 seconds left on it. Stopping in there. Cody X says he wants it. 6 seconds left. Happen. I'm just trying not to look at the auction. That's how I'm going to prevent some other things. Sudden death. No, that one killed me. If I get sudden death on it. 250. Oh man, I don't know if I can keep it. Do you have a coupon you can use on it? Because those should work as well. It's just the fees. The whatnot fees really kill me there. I want to say yes, but I've already got 100 under the lowest listed right now. And then whatnot's got to take their 12 to 15%, how much it is. Profit. Oh yeah, no, the coupons are directly out of whatever I was going to get. Whatnot doesn't pay for them. So yeah, great pickup on that. I got 3 more wall books here. Let's do the Doctor Strange. I wish. I wish Whatnot covered coupons, but that's straight out of whatever I'm thinking. Alright, we got Doctor Strange 171. 12 center here. Holy cat, sleeping. That's so good. Keep saying center field. Stop scoring. Center field. Yeah, so it starts off 10%, and then silver gets better from there. You get 25% off and $10 off. And those apply to all the buy it now and stuff, so definitely take advantage, guys. Let me do 30 seconds on this one. Once again, Dr. Strange 171. Looks better. Then yeah, just let me know team pick.
Who were those people?
Doctor Strange 171. We're sitting at $2. What? I don't even want to say anything else. Just let you guys. You know, the famous saying, it's worth whatever someone's willing to pay for. It becomes a $2 bill after a while. It's just how the game goes. Okay, top it in there. We got 6 seconds left. Alright, Gary, great job on that. Before we do these, I need to do spot giveaway before I forget about it. Where'd we go? There we go. Got an Art Germ Loki 9.6. I'm gonna do. Oh, we're getting there. We got a little more money. Slab giveaway, guys. Man, shipping is gonna suck. We got like 30 slabs. Okay, here we go. Let me create a separate listing for it. Alright, Loki 9.6 giveaway. So we'll do that so I get the weight right on it. Alright, there we go, guys. Slab giveaway. After this, we'll run the last few wallboards. And go from there. While you're waiting, definitely check that buy it now. Most of the offers on stuff. As you can see, still some really nice stuff in there. Also got that Deadpool foil. Another Ultimate Spider-Man in there, signed by Marcus Pichetto. Alright, but yeah, guys, free slab. Only half you entered for a free slab. Come on. I don't know what better I can do than that. Let's keep my word though. We sold 3 things out of the buy it now. Here's slab giveaway for you guys. I mean, it's already true. Be hard pressed to find a bad art. Alright. We got 4 minutes on that. Let's see if there's anything else. Feel like running. Got a box of other stuff off to the side. Anything specific people are looking for? Just kind of digging through what I've got left to see. Anything last minute? Silver? See. I don't know if I have much silver left at this point. I'll look for you real quick. I know for sure I have some in my next show. Scotty's. There's a bunch of Scotty's. Berserker. Thought I had one in there, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'll check the other box. Might have one Berserker too. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Got a Berserker. I don't have G.I. Joe. Black Cat. Probably a no as well. Grab a couple Scotties. Maybe do like a Scotty stacker. That might be fun. Alright. Transformers, and then another one I had, unfortunately. I've got another Ninja Turtles, I found one. Found an exclusive at the very least. Nothing crazy, but something. Kind of the last call, guys. I'm gonna grab final stack of stuff for after this offer. Check it out real quick. Newsstand. Make sure that's that, John. I'll be back again in a second. Alright, 85. It's like lowest listed at 200. great. Not, no problem. Like I said, lowest listed at 200 on it. And 200 coupons you can use them as well. Terry Andrews? Yeah, I might have a sketch cover, but let's see. Oh, but no, that's Spider-Man Rain. I have Spider-Man Rain. I don't have any ASM Terry Andrews, fortunately. Alright, let's see. ASM keys. No, I don't have any keys left. Alright, guys, we got 40 seconds left on that plastic boy. And so real quick, that's about to draw. 3 flat, guys. Let's see some hearts. Let's see who's taking it. Art Jam, CBCS, 96. Alright. See. Fingers crossed, right? I hope I win, guys. I hope I win. Maybe I'll win my own prize. Who's taking that down? 6 seconds, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, people. And we're gonna run through a final stack of dollar books. Pipeliner taking it down. Congratulations. Alright, it's wrapped up. We got the final plate and frame side book for tonight. Wolverine 2-1. These are all starting at $1. I'm going to turn on 7 dash and 7 3. Hop in there. Alright, 20 seconds left to go, guys. Once again, plate and crane side. I just turned on sudden death for it. Stuff is not cheap. We got 10 seconds left, guys. Got that yellow signature as well. Matches perfectly. 5 seconds left. Hey. Kodiak taking that one. Nice. Let's do. I got Wolverine 1, Wolverine 2 actually. Revenge 2 Red Band. Highly Kirkham exclusive. If we can get retail, which is 15, I'll throw in the version. Let's play that same game again. But don't wait till the last second, guys. Alright, once again, Tyler Kirkham exclusive, Wolverine Revenge, Red Band, Steel in the Polybag. If we get to retail, which is 15, I'm going to throw in the version, which is another $30 in retail. But right now, we're having a cover price. That's depressing. 6 seconds left. Oh, I'm not going to look at this one. It's about to go cheap. And boom, $6. Wow, David. That is a fantastic first pickup. Happily give you $7 for that. You want to take that deal. That's cheap. Let's try a Scotty Young stacker. And then I'll get up Berserker. Here we go. We do Venom, Carnage, Black Suit, Spidey, and Gwen. We do all 5 of those Scotty covers. Really quick pickup on that. Some of that stack of 5 Scotty Young covers. Pretty much all the ones I have for auction tonight. We'll get all those. See? Just gonna take them down. Got 10 seconds left to go. 7 deaths is on. See, just 16. You got 2 seconds left. Kodiak taking them down. Nice. Got all the Scotties. We got a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Terry Andrews sketch version. Spider-Man Rain. Alright. That's limited to 3,000 copies, guys. Once again, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Terry Andrews sketch version. We got 15 seconds left on it. Got 3 more auctions here. Alright, 5 seconds left on it. We're getting towards the end of the show, guys. If you have any final offers, throw it on Buy It Now book. Now's the time to do so. Otherwise, I'll import it over to my next show. We got TMNT 147. That is my own first exclusive to prove it. Got him on the back. That's the Nate Made It exclusive cover TMNT 147. I'm very proud of it. Please do it justice. sold most of them at this point. You know, just like keeping. I'm not playing an auction much more. I'm having to keep the